and that brings you to an empty spreadsheet, which is what I have here. If you like, you can change the name of your column. So I'm going to label it 3 heights, and I can start entering my data. So 1, 8, 6.5, 5.5, and so on. 4, 1.5, 3, 2, 2.5, 4, 7.5, and 3.5. I have 12 data values, and make sure that you have 12 there. So I have entered them all. So from your handout, these are the StatCrunch directions. We have 5 main distributions: symmetric, which is the bell shape or mound, uniform, skewed left, skewed right, and bimodal. And this is an important warning. You may have to consult several different graphs to get a good idea of its shape. Sometimes the dot plot is not going to give us a good idea what the shape is, so we may have to look at a histogram. And a histogram might not be that helpful, so we look at a box plot. So to get a dot plot, let's go to, once your data is entered, you will go to Graph at the top. See your menu buttons here. You have StatCrunch, Applets, Edit, Data, Stat, and Graph. So you're going to go to Graph and select Dot Plot. You have to select your column. So follow the directions that are in here. Select your column that has your variable, and we're gonna, in this case, just compute. And there is our dot plot. So if we did it by hand, this is what it should look like. So the 4 is repeated twice, so that's why it has 2 numbers there, 2 dots, pardon me. And notice that 4 is repeated. Now let's keep that there. We're gonna go to Graph again, and let's draw our histogram. Select your variable again, which is tree heights, and compute. And there's our histogram. Based on this, what would you say the shape is? Symmetric, uniform, skewed left, or skewed right? Or bimodal or uniform? It appears to be skewed right. It's sloping downward. So you can say skewed right. Some of you might say it's bimodal. And so let's look at a box plot. So box plot, click on tree height. Now the thing here about box plot, so I'm on this one. It says graph, box plot, click your variable, and then this part under other options, make sure that you click use fences. Wait, no, sorry. Draw boxes horizontally. That's the one that I want to click on. Draw boxes horizontally. I tend to forget that one, so I want to make sure that I point it out to you so that you don't forget it, because we want our scale or horizontal scale to match all our other graphs to be the tree heights. So compute, and there is our box plot. I will talk about this in class a little more, what the box plot, how to get it, and here it is. So it has, these are called the fences and the whiskers, and so the right whisker is longer, so this tells me it's skewed right. And on the handout, measures of center. There are 3 main ways to measure the center. That's the mean, median, and mode. So to find them, by hand, we can, to find the mean, we add all these up. So take your calculator and just start adding 1 plus 8 plus 6.5 all the way to plus 3.5. You should have 12 values, and then divide by 12 since you have 12 of them, and you should get the mean. How do you find the median? Well, the median is the middle value. So that means I want to take my data set and order it from smallest to largest. And the value in the middle is the median. Since this is even, we have 12 values, we're going to take the two middle values and add those two up and divide by 2. And that should be the median. The mode is the one that appears the most often. So what value appears most often? It was number 4. And we can tell from our dot plot as well. So that's the mode. I noticed that our dot plot did organize them for us from smallest to largest. So you can see that out of the 12, so I'm going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was the value was 3. So 3.5 and 4 are going to be the values that I'm going to average to get the median. Because now I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of the 4s is a 5th, so I'm going to average the 6th and the 7th value, which is a 3.5 and a 4, and that will give me the median. To find it using StatCrunch, follow the instructions here. So we're going to go, so we can close out our graphs. And notice that there, the number 3 there means all the things that I have found. So I have found 3 values, 3 graphs in this case. But now I'm going to go to, what does my handout say? Go to Stat, then Summary Stats. I'm going to go to Stat, Summary Stats, and Columns. Always click your variable. So we're doing tree heights. And in this case, I want to use the mean. I want to find the mean, the median, and the mode. So I'm going to go mean. If you have a PC, you will do Control and click for the median. If you have a Mac, you'll do Command click for the median. If you have a smartphone, you will just scroll. You have to first select. So once you're in the columns, there'll be a little button. If you're on a smartphone or a tablet, that will say select. It should be somewhere around here. So you click select, and then you'll be able to select the tree heights. For statistics, there'll be a button somewhere around here that will say select. Click on that, and then you'll be able to select the things that you want, and so on. So I want the mode as well. Once I have those 3, hit compute. And there they are. 4.08, 3.75, and the mode is 4. So that's how you use StatCrunch. So I'm going to let you find the spread on your own. So follow the instructions here. Stat, Summary Stats, and find the min, the max, Q1, Q3, and the IQR. And if you do that for this, you'll be able to see how to find them. And I'll talk about how to find a standard deviation by hand in class. And then this tells you how to find outliers. And then I want you to repeat those instructions for the following examples, and especially for the last page. So to access the data Old Faithful, so let me go through that real quick. By the way, if you want to save your work, you will go to Data and Save, and you give it a name here. So I'm going to call it Tree Heights. And if you like to save all your results, so we did 3 graphs and 1 summary stats, then go ahead and click on Save Results, and it will save everything and save. And now when you go to your data, you should be able to see it there. So let me go back. So from your main menu in StatCrunch, you're going to go to Explore and Groups. So select Groups. And from here, go to Browse All, and you can search for Stat 300, hit Enter, and you should see all the different Stat 300s. So mine is ARC Stat 300 RONs. So go ahead and click on that and join the group. So for you, there'll be an option that says Join the Group, and once you have joined the group, then the data will show up. And so notice that there's the GPS data from Tuesday, Thursday that I used, and there's the Old Faithful data. So click on Old Faithful, And you should have 222 data values here. So scroll all the way to the bottom and make sure, whoops, make sure that you have 222. And now you can start doing all the things that we just did with the other example with the tree heights. So go to the graph, do your summary stats, and repeat for the two examples, Old Faithful and the one with the home prices. Alright, I hope that this video is helpful, and I will see you guys on Friday. Let me know if you have any questions, email me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible.